Which style of lifting is better for long-term joint health, powerlifting or bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, like if you're saying just utilize powerlifting, like utilize big three moves in your programming with proper technique, like really paying attention to intensity. Of course, you can design a program that promotes longevity and leads to your joints being fine. But if you look at the people who lifted the heaviest weights for many, many years, squat, bench, deadlift, and watch them move around at age 65 or even younger than that, for so many of them, it's not pretty at all. Talking spine, talking hips, knees, shoulders, elbows, everything.
You know what I think is one of the biggest issues here that goes sort of under the radar in regard to powerlifting versus bodybuilding and which is better for joint health? I think more than even the type of movements that's going on, because powerlifters and bodybuilders, they use a lot of the same movements. I think that powerlifters historically, because the goal of powerlifting is to lift as much as you can, they too often lift as much as they can. And they lift way too heavy on too consistent of a basis, which is not good for your joints. Whereas bodybuilders, because they don't care how much they lift. They care about how big they can get. And they know how big they can get stems from how much mechanical tension they can place on the muscles. And they know they can do that more easily and readily with an 8 to 12 repetition range as opposed to a 1 to 5 repetition range. So they inherently lift lighter weights so that then they can not put as much stress on their body. Now, they will also often use more isolation type exercises because they're trying to focus on specific muscle groups as opposed to maximizing leverages to lift as much as possible. Powerlifters will use certain leverages that put them in pain while they do it, but because it yields the result of more weight lifted, then it's good in their mind. Whereas bodybuilders, if it's not isolating that specific muscle group, or if they're not feeling the muscle working and they're only using leverages in order to accomplish it, that is not good because that will not lead to the best results. So it's not only just like what movements they're doing, it's what the end goal is of that specific sport or endeavor, whatever you want to call it, that leads to better health outcomes from bodybuilding. There's no question about it.